guys, welcome to another episode of Electronics Online. Here, I'm an electronics mostly based reseller based out of Gulf, North Carolina. And I'm dedicated to helping you grow your online reselling business and be able to profit out of items that you find around the house, that you meet up in garage sales, or that you find through some other means. Today we want to talk about basically how to make $20 an hour sitting from your couch. I know it sounds crazy, but today I'm going to show you how. That is my mission. Alright, so let's get started. I really want to, first off, what do I mean by making $20 an hour? Sorry for the pause. What do I mean by making $20 an hour sitting from your couch? Now that sounds really crazy. But let's start off with some basics. Alright, first off, there's got to be a gap. Do you have items sitting around the house personally that you're not using, or say you already have an eBay store on the other end that's been sitting there for a while, probably got a few best offers on them, and has a few watchers, but nobody's buying right now. So you want to get that money back, right? I feel the same way, and I got you. So in order to do that, you're going to do what I call a markdown sale. As I'm sharing the screen, you can just follow along on your screen. Just have your screen right here on the left, and have this screen like a little section right here in the middle, so you can see exactly what. So you can just follow right along. Click on markdown sale. Let me go back. First off, click on marketing, then go down here under merchandising and click on markdown sale. Once you do that, you're gonna want to go in and click on create a promotion. You're gonna see order discount, shipping discount, volume pricing, what does it say? Colors coupon and sale event and markdown. Click on that. It's gonna bring you to the screen, which asks you what kind of discount do you want to apply to this. Do you want to apply a percentage-based discount, or do you want to just take like a few dollars off the account and just do it that way? That's kind of tricky because if the item is kind of cheap, you're not really wanting to do it by dollar amount, because then you're not going to be able to make any profit on the item, right? But obviously, so we'd go with, in most cases, just take a percentage off the top. Trying to move my stuff. Once you take the percentage off of the top, you're going to click on next. Then he's going to bring the screen, will ask you basically, do you want to pick your items out, or do you want to do it by eBay categories? Personally, I really suggest doing it by categories. Saves a lot of time. It's really more effective that way, and it's just overall better. If it's your first time creating one, I recommend you going with categories. Go in. It's going to have eBay categories, store categories, and all inventory. In this case, we're going to click all inventory. Scrolling down, just gives you an overview of everything that's in your store. This is my store. I put 2 sales on the last 2 weeks. Seems like every single time I put one on, which is why I made a video, that my whole entire store skyrockets at least by 25%, which gives me that $20 an hour effect once all the items sell. Go down, make sure that's okay. Let's see what he did. Click save and review. I'm just gonna bring you down to the last screen because I'm not going to launch this. So it's gonna ask you basically to put a name in. It's gonna ask you how long you want it to run. I recommend that you put it at maximum a week, because you don't want to put a new item in and that be on sale. So that would be something I definitely recommend. And yeah, that's that. It's pretty easy to make money on eBay, which is why a lot of people do it. But not a lot of people put the time in to get really sick on how to make sure. Okay, sorry we got disconnected. I'm going to just pick up exactly on the next spot that I was going on to. I want to make sure the video is flowing something in order. So after all that gets, excuse me, got back off. After all that gets done, what it's going to look like is this right here, as you see on the screen. You're going to see it says up there at the top left, save up to 10% on the store wide sale, and also get share it to share it to all the major platforms, your Facebook, Twitter, and all that, and yeah, it's pretty much beneficial to go ahead and have one of these at least. I say go ahead and make a markdown sale. Plan one at least twice a month. So that gives you ample amount of time to make sure that you can also rotate your items because you never want to have sell inventory and be able to get your profit back and get into something else. That saves a lot of time with that. Let's see if I can get back. Wow, right here. Next is going to be a codeless coupon. Next on the aisle is something that people. It's really something that you should be used to, that you're used to using, but most people, it's your opportunity first. And I hope you're glad I showed you a codeless coupon. In order, same concept. Click on create a promotion. Go down and click on codeless coupon. Out of that list that I showed you before, click on the fifth one. It's gonna say codeless coupon. Just click on that. It should bring you right up to this one right here. Codeless coupons, I like them. I'm gonna start using them more. I found that they're actually a bit better than having a markdown sale if you have your own, if you have it right set up. And by that I mean right here. So it gives you a few options. It asks you to create a targeted offer, with a digital coupon that can be shared with select users. What that means is that basically, if you have your own website or your own domain, that's where having a digital coupon really be advantageous because you can post it onto your Facebook page, you can post it onto your Twitter, whatever social media account that you have, and be able to target people that you already come in contact with. So it's not like you have to do any extra marketing. It's not like you have to do anything, any extra selling or any extra convincing them to use this coupon. It's just giving away free stuff. So that's something that you should definitely look into. And it's gonna ask you to come once you scroll down. It's gonna have some options like minimum purchase amount. I really don't do dollar amounts hardly ever. That's something I learned before. That's something I learned through just playing with numbers a lot. You start to realize dollar amounts really don't matter. And I usually pick something like 25, or I really don't really go above 25 because you don't want to start eating until like that's when you start eating the profit. That's when you start messing up the money, and yeah, that's not something that you want to do. Okay, so next, what does it say? Choose items qualified. Okay, for targeted for your offer. Do not trick yourself on this. Make sure everything in your store is included, and make sure that what you don't want to sell, you create a rule for it. That saves a lot of time in listing and all, and just taking stuff over, switching stuff over, and making sure that you don't have certain items you don't want to sell. And the other one, nobody really uses that. That's if describe items that are eligible for a target offer. If you see that one you only use really if you have a certain item, like I said, that you didn't want to sell. It's one of your better items, and you want to make sure that you get the most for it. That's where that targeted offer will come into. And obviously, it says schedule a targeted offer, select the time, start date, and the title, and click submit. I believe. Okay. And okay, I got one more. I have one more. I have multiple ways you can also save money. But for this video's purposes of marketing and markdowns and promotions, the last one is something I had in my other account that I still do not have on this account. After 2 to 3 months of being on eBay for this account, still don't have this on this account. Promoted listings. You've heard of them, might use them if you're lucky, and they're just beneficial. How how the promoted listings work though, if you're not familiar with them, is that basically they raise your listing, they promote listen to the top. They make sure that it's above using SEO and all that fancy technology eBay jazz. They take all that and they make sure that your listing is within the top three. People don't know this top three, but the point they do with the top three is that they get their money, but the bigger stores just basically always come to the top. It's always a race to the top. So with that being said, you want to make sure that your seller rating is above standard or top rated, that must consistently meet their performance criteria, including buyer satisfaction, shipping items on time, and payment standards. That's going to include making sure that you pack items correctly, that you make sure that the items are as described, and obviously that you have good buyer interactions, which is going to drive good feedback, which is going to drive more sales, which is going to drive you to the top via promoted listings. And it's all one big circle. And basically, it does ask you to make sure that you maintain an active account, because if you don't have an active account, then they're not really going to boost. You don't have any items to boost. And that's pretty self-explanatory. Let's see, 36. Okay, it says it raised by 36% on average. Okay, I did not know that. They put a percentage on that. I don't believe any percentage that somebody says until I really see some numbers behind it. That's just personally me. That's just how I roll. And yeah, that is pretty much it for that. Pro lists are pretty self-explanatory. This is really just clicking. You really just make sure that you don't promote and listen too much. I wish I could show you. It will get you every time, every single time. Just waking up the other day, about to go, basically heading to work. So basically, yeah, the 3 ways that you can make an extra $20 an hour for eBay store. Number one is have a markdown sale, a store-wide sale, marking down all your items in your inventory. Number two is create a codeless coupon for the people that you already interact with, and make sure that they have access to cheaper items, which then they can also share with other people. Or have a promoted listing and just make sure the items are visible across all of eBay, but you do have that fee that occurs if you do that. If that pretty much helps you out, I'll leave my codeless coupon that you can use in my entire store for the next month on all DVDs, and it give you a 10% discount. That'll be in the description. And I ask you to subscribe. I will subscribe if you subscribe. And till next time, is Electronics Retail. My name is Charles, and you have a good one.